Have you guys seen this Flying Dutchman In-N-Out burger that everyone's making right now? I wanted to try and make one on the job site, and I figured this skid steer bucket would work like a giant griddle. Now I know what you're thinking. Yes, I did clean the bucket before we started, and the paint is completely worn away. It's just steel. My Milwaukee hacksaw did a great job slicing the onions, and once I had everything in the bucket, I hit it with salt and pepper. Next, while it was cooking, I went ahead and made the sauce. Mayonnaise, relish, ketchup, vinegar, a little bit of sugar, and finally my homemade hot pepper powder. This stuff is dangerous. I used my cordless drill to mix it all together. Honestly, this tasted better than I expected. It was really good. For the Flying Dutchman burger, there's no bread. You use onion for the buns. I got a little impatient waiting for the cheese to melt, so I sped things up with the torch. Here's how it goes. Onion, burger, sauce, another burger, more sauce, and finally an onion on top. These things were super messy, but man were they delicious. Let me know in the comments, what else should I try cooking in the bucket? We attempted to cook an entire 10-pound pork loin on the job site using a wheelbarrow to hold the charcoal and a giant rotisserie spit attached to the auger on the skid steer. Here's how it turned out. We slathered the pork loin in Grey Poupon mustard and sprinkled on Slap Your Mama seasoning. I made this spit using some scrap pieces of pipe and couplings. It bolts right onto the auger just like a bit. Once the pork loin was roasting, I made a glaze out of some ketchup, apple cider vinegar, Worcestershire sauce, a little bit of brown sugar, salt, pepper, and finally my homemade hot pepper powder. This stuff is deadly. I dumped the glaze on the pork loin and used a mini roller to smooth it out. Don't worry, the roller was brand new. There's no way to describe how amazing this smelled as it was cooking. The entire cab of the skid steer smelled like a barbecue. I would definitely recommend using a meat thermometer if you're going to cook one of these. It takes all the guesswork out. We let it get up to 160 degrees in the middle, and it turned out absolutely perfect. This pork, along with the buttered baked potatoes, was awesome. Let us know in the comments, what should we cook next on the job site? We attempted to cook a massive pizza on the job site using a custom 4-foot pan and a smooth drum roller to roll the dough. First, I blew flour all over the drum with a leaf blower. We didn't want 25 pounds of dough sticking to the roller. Now I know what you're thinking. Yes, we cleaned the roller drum, at least the part that would touch the dough. I stacked 2 1/4-inch boards on either side, minus the thickness of the pan. This gave us a 3/8-inch crust, which worked out perfect. I used a concrete float to spread the sauce. This worked awesome. Honestly, if I had my own pizza shop, this is how I would do it. 3 full hard hats of mozzarella and pepperoni sliced with my Milwaukee hacksaw. We built an oven with some leftover blocks and brick and used charcoal to heat it. This pizza was crazy heavy, so we used the cat to get it into the oven. Once it was in place, we covered the oven with aluminum to trap in the heat. All we had to do now was wait and enjoy some cold drinks. It took about 20 minutes for it to bake. We couldn't believe how well this thing turned out. It looked and smelled amazing. Let us know in the comments, what should we cook next on the job site?